The ECOWAS Council of Ministers commenced their 89th ordinary session in Abuja, an opportunity to discuss a myriad of challenges facing the sub-region and proffer solutions to be presented to the ECOWAS Head of States. The President of the ECOWAS Commission, Omar Touray, says the new leadership of the Commission is committed to delivering institutional reforms, restoring constitutional rule to some countries affected by military rule. Touray also says the Commission is focused on reducing the spread of terrorism across the sub-region.
The size of the Commission has been reduced as part of the institutional reforms. But the work of realigning the new structures and improving the processes and procedures of the organization is just starting. With this is the task of ensuring that the programs and projects of ECOWAS are redesigned to ensure higher impact on the lives of the community citizens, as well as foster closer cooperation among member states and economic integration of the sub-region. While working on repositioning our community institution, we also have the task of continuing with the efforts to restore constitutionalism in 3 of our member states and to halt the reversal of democracy in the region through the institution of a stronger regime against all forms of anti-constitutional change of government. In addition, terrorism and violent extremism persist in our region and threaten to spread from the Sahel to the coastal states. In order to face these challenges effectively, ECOWAS must pull together different initiatives in the sub-region and coordinate the effective implementation of the Regional Action Plan against terrorism. Adding to these stress factors in our community is the socio-economic impact of the war in Ukraine, which has come home to us in the form of fuel and food price inflations. More than ever before, our region requires solidarity and closer coordination of efforts to succeed in overcoming the challenges and forging a future of a shared prosperity. As the document shows, our first priority is to enhance peace and security in the sub-region. The reason for this needs no explanation. Just yesterday, the Ministers of Defense and Foreign Affairs met in the session of the Mediation and Security Council. The challenges the region is facing in the area of peace and security were laid out, and we all knew we are in trouble. This is why for this management, peace and security is our first key strategic objective. Without it, we can't do anything with our main objective of integrating the region. Under the peace and security objective, what we plan to do is to strengthen ECOWAS's peace and security early warning capacity, to build mediation capacity, to strengthen rapid response and peace and constitution support capacity. These are the main outlines, the main features of our strategy on the peace and security. The second strategic objective, Excellencies, is to deepen regional integration. Under this objective, we plan to promote and enhance intra-community trade, which at the moment hovers around 12%. Regions that have been properly integrated have intra-community trade in the region of 60% or even more. Ours is only 12%. Under the same rubric, we plan to work on to promote free movement of people and goods. Yes, from Lagos to Banjul or to Praia, you can go with an ID card, but we need to do more so that our citizens will enjoy the right of establishment and settlement in our various communities. Under the same rubric, we want to look at monetary union, particularly the convergence that we need to work on to ensure that by 2027, the community is ready for a single currency. Your Excellencies, very briefly, our objective 3 is to focus on good governance. And here we are not only looking at corporate, political good governance, but corporate good governance as well. The final objective is, of course, inclusive and sustainable development. Again, here we're looking at social programs, we're looking at intra-generational programs, environment and energy, as well as infrastructure programs. As I said, in addition to those 4 strategic objectives, the details are indicated in the brochures that you have before you. In addition to these 4 strategic objectives, we have identified 2 cross-cutting enablers. 1, capable institutions. We need to build our institutions, and our focus here will be on 2 things: resources and processes. And I hope I'll have the opportunity to go into details during the course of this meeting. And the final enabler is certainly the issue of partnership. Not just any partnership, but a more equitable partnership that we need to forge in the region.
As an assembly of stakeholders with a collective responsibility of deciding on matters relating to integration and development in our region, it behooves on us to discuss all items on our agenda with an open mind in order to find solutions to the numerous challenges that are threatening our region, including the new wave of food insecurity and persistent obstacles to free trade, particularly on the Lagos-Abuja corridor. The interests of the citizens of our community must be paramount, and we need to avail ourselves of the opportunity presented by this meeting to articulate positions that will advance the achievements of sustainable economic integration and development of our region. It is imperative that we fashion out and strengthen mechanisms for the advancement of that course of action. Excellencies, let me at this juncture reiterate my appreciation for the commitment of the new management of our organization. And I specifically commend the President of the ECOWAS Commission for developing a 4-pillar vision that is intended to serve as a blueprint for rebuilding our institutions. These are indeed well thought out policies that should drive our community forward if faithfully implemented. I am inclined to encourage each of us to support the management in their bid to achieve these very lofty aspirations that are geared towards achieving the best interest of our citizens.